In this video I'm going to be sharing with you my signature Shami Kebab recipe, which I've been making for quite a few years. This recipe is simple in that I'm using a ready mixed bundle of spices. It's the Shan Shami Kebab mix, and there's quite a few other well-known brands out there and they all work really well. I've broken this recipe down into 3 simple stages so it's easier to follow. So first off we'll add 1 pound of ground lamb into the saucepan, followed by the 2 cups of dal, which is the split chickpeas, also known as yellow lentils, and 3 cups of water, and we bring all that to a boil. Once the meat and lentil mix is boiling away, we need to turn down the hob down to a medium to low heat. At this point we add in the ginger and garlic, so it's a teaspoon of each, and 1 cup of finely diced onions. So you stir everything in together and we're putting the lid back on loosely again, and we just cook until the water's almost entirely evaporated. So when the water's almost all dried up, we're adding in 2 tablespoons of the Shami Kebab mix and a teaspoon of salt, or to your individual taste. So give it a good stir and just watch the pan for the next few minutes as the liquid evaporates, because you need to make sure that the meat doesn't dry out and start to stick to the pan. On to the second part of the Shami Kebab process, where we're going to be blending together the meat, yellow lentils, herbs and spices. So whilst the meat cools down, we can make a start on prepping the cilantro. We're going to wash it and put it aside, and then next beat together a couple of eggs that we're going to use to bind our kebabs. Once that's done, we get to work with blending our ingredients. So we're going to spoon in the meat mix into the food processor and then add the cilantro, the chili and the eggs. Now you may find that your food processor can't accommodate the whole mixture in one go. If that's the case, do it in 2 batches, putting in half a cilantro, chilies and egg each time as you go. It may take a few blitzes before you have all of the mixture evenly and finely ground. A tip is just to give the mixture a stir with a spoon or a spatula halfway, just to make sure that the blades have got to it all. This is the final stage of our Shami Kebab process. So to get started, we're going to beat together 2 eggs in a wide bowl. It's best to use a wide bowl as you will be dipping the kebab patties into this egg mixture. So we're going to heat the pan, add in our cooking oil and keep the heat setting on low. You may want to make up all the patties beforehand and then fry, or you may prefer to make them up as you go along, just as I'm doing here in the video. This is the fun bit, where we mould our kebabs into even shaped patties and then coat them in the egg mixture before we carefully lower them into the hot oil. To get the distinct golden brown and slightly crunchy edge on Shami kebabs, they need to be shallow fried on a fairly low heat. So we're keeping the heat low as we're cooking the kebabs, and using a spatula or a fish slice, when the kebab patties begin turning golden at the bottom edges, we need to flip them over and let them cook on the other side. Have a dish ready lined with kitchen paper to absorb any extra oil, and once the shami kebabs are a nice golden brown on both sides, they're ready to take out of the oil. They can be served as a side dish or as a main meal with naan, salad and a mint chutney. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.